Good afternoon, you join me today on a very wet and blustery day. Today we're in Worsley in Manchester, and the reason for me being here today is, in canal terms, this is realistically where it all sort of begins really. But before we start talking about the canal, let me take you back 350 million years.
During the Carboniferous period, this whole area of Greater Manchester would have been a grand seabed. You can see how flat it is when we put the drone up and look across the area. Millions of years of organic matter will have been compacted to make coal.
So now you know why we're here really. It's all about coal. Now, Francis Egerton, the third Duke of Bridgewater, commissioned this canal, the Bridgewater Canal. Completed in 1761, its main function was to get coal out of the mines behind us here and in the surrounding areas and get it into Manchester. Now at this time, Manchester was a thriving, bustling town. The Industrial Revolution was in full flow. There were mills, there were industry, everything was thriving. And the price of coal literally halved overnight when this canal opened. No longer did they have to take it by the awkward river route or by pack horse where they were limited to how much they could carry. The boats on here were taking 50 tons at a time and taking them right into the heart of where it was needed. The canal is built into the solid sandstone rock face behind us, and it goes underground for a staggering 46 miles, all built on different levels. Now the boats that went in, you may be able to see them in the background. If you can't, I'll show you a little bit better. But they were known as starvationers. The reason being is that you could see the ribs of the boats. And the idea was that they would float the boats into these 46 miles. They'd have pack horses down there, they'd have men digging out the coal. So the boats would literally float the coal out and be taken straight into Manchester from here. Incredible.
The canal in this area has always been an unusual orange colour. These days less so than it used to be when I was a kid. This is caused by the leaching of iron oxide from the mine workings, making the canal its distinctive colour. In October 1851, Queen Victoria visited the canal, and her barge was stored in this wonderful Tudor-style boathouse.
Behind me you can see the famous Worsley packet house, and from there you could buy passenger transport into Manchester. So the packet boats would run from here, you could buy your tickets, get yourself straight into Manchester faster than any other form of transport at the time. Down that way is the way down to the Delft where the coal mines are. Then off to your left hand side, the canal veers off then and goes towards the Leeds and Liverpool Canal where it joins at Leigh.
The vast, flat, ancient coalfields of Greater Manchester, now honeycombed underneath from hundreds of years of mine workings, and the ancient seabed, so flat, illustrated so clearly. Natural succession has taken place in this area, with pioneer species such as silver birch now colonising the old mine workings. And here at Astley Colliery, the very last of the old pit mining gear to be seen anywhere in this area. Barton Aqueduct, originally a brick structure designed by James Brindley in 1761, and at that time it crossed the River Irwell at this point. The original aqueduct remained in service for over 100 years, until it was demolished in order for larger craft to traverse the waterway when the Manchester Ship Canal was built. This new structure, designed by Edward Leader Williams, who was also the Manchester Ship Canal designer, was commissioned in 1890 and allows for sluices to be closed on either end of the aqueduct to keep the water in, and the entire Bridgewater Canal section can be rotated on a central pivot across the ship canal. This new structure is 1,450 tonnes and is 330 foot long. Originally, it was powered by steam hydraulics, but is now controlled by electric pumps. Both the aqueduct and its sister road bridge are rotated on central pivots built onto an island in the centre of the ship canal. Both the road bridge and the aqueduct are controlled by the tall tower in between them. The Manchester Ship Canal itself is 36 miles long and allows passage of boats for up to 600 by 65 foot to travel its entire length from Eastham Locks to Salford Quays. It was begun in 1887 and took 6 years to build, at a cost of £15 million. That's 1.65 billion in today's money. The ship canal starts at the River Mersey at Eastham Docks, but has links to other waterways in the area. The Bridgewater Canal at Pomona Lock in Manchester, the Shropshire Union Canal at Ellesmere Port, and with the River Weaver near to Runcorn.